Did you know a single exercise can protect you from dangerous falls after 70? As we age, our balance becomes more than just a physical skill. It becomes the foundation of our safety, independence, and daily confidence. After 70, even a slight shift in your footing can lead to life-altering consequences, which is why strengthening your balance isn't just a good idea, it's essential. But here's the surprising part. You don't need a long list of exercises or expensive classes to start. Sometimes one simple move can be more effective than a complicated routine. In this video, we're going to show you the best single exercise to improve your balance after 70, along with 3 additional movements that work together to protect your body, support your posture, and make you feel stronger on your feet. Whether you've noticed yourself wobbling when you put on your shoes or hesitating to walk on uneven ground, this is for you. Because better balance doesn't just keep you upright, it keeps you free to enjoy life without fear holding you back. Stay tuned until the end because these 4 exercises, especially the first one, are gentle, effective, and surprisingly powerful. By the time you finish watching, you'll not only understand how balance works, you'll have the tools to strengthen it right from your living room. And if you're someone who thinks it's too late to improve, I encourage you to stay with me. What you'll hear in the next few minutes might just change what you believe about your body's potential at any age. Number 1, the single leg stand. There's a quiet kind of power in standing on one leg. And if that sounds simple, that's because it is. But don't be fooled by its simplicity. This one movement, done with focus and consistency, is one of the most effective ways to improve your balance after 70. The single leg stand trains your brain, your ankles, your hips, and your core all at once. It helps strengthen the stabilizer muscles that keep you steady, improves your coordination, and teaches your body how to stay aligned, even when things feel a little wobbly. What makes this exercise so valuable is that it mirrors real life. Think about how often we shift our weight when walking, dressing, or stepping off a curb. Each of those actions relies on the same balance skills that the single leg stand strengthens. When you practice standing on one leg, you're training your body to catch itself before a fall ever begins. That's not just helpful, that's life-saving. To begin this exercise, start by standing near a sturdy surface, like a kitchen counter or the back of a heavy chair. Shift your weight to one leg and gently lift the other, just a few inches off the ground. Hold for as long as feels comfortable, 10 seconds, 20, maybe even 30. If you need to touch the counter, that's perfectly okay. This isn't a test of strength. It's a conversation with your body, a chance to rebuild the connection between your muscles and your mind. Do this once on each side and repeat 2 or 3 times. As your strength grows, you can add a variation, like closing your eyes for a few seconds or lifting your arms to the side, but only when you feel steady. The goal isn't to push your limits. It's to expand them gently with care and patience. The beauty of this movement is that it requires no fancy equipment, no gym, and no extra time. You can do it while brushing your teeth, waiting for the microwave, or standing in line. Over time, the small improvements become noticeable. Your footsteps become firmer. Your turns become smoother. Your sense of balance becomes something you no longer question. It just works like it used to. The single leg stand is more than a balance drill. It's a quiet daily promise to yourself that your body still listens, still adapts, and still has strength to give. You don't need to move mountains. You just need to lift one foot and trust that with each repetition, you're rewriting the way your body moves through the world. And that, in itself, is a victory. Number 2, the heel-to-toe walk. If you've ever tried walking along a narrow curb or balancing on a painted line at a park, you've unknowingly practiced a version of one of the most effective exercises for coordination and balance, the heel-to-toe walk. It might look simple, even playful, but this slow, deliberate movement trains your brain to stay in tune with your feet. It enhances spatial awareness, strengthens the muscles along your ankles and hips, and forces your posture to align, all of which play a major role in fall prevention and graceful movement. This exercise works so well because it imitates the natural motion of walking, only in slow motion. By slowing the process down, your body becomes more aware of its own mechanics. You begin to notice whether your weight is shifting too far forward or if your foot placement is slightly off. That awareness is crucial. As we age, we don't always lose strength first, we lose coordination, and this is how you train it back. Imagine someone like Robert, a 77-year-old former postal worker, who always took pride in his brisk walking pace. But after a minor trip on his porch stairs, he started moving more cautiously. His doctor suggested the heel-to-toe walk as part of his recovery. Robert began doing it every morning in the hallway, just a few steps at a time. What surprised him most wasn't just the improvement in his steadiness, it was the return of his confidence. He no longer feared that his body might betray him. He could trust his steps again. To do this movement, stand tall at the end of a hallway, or in a space where you can take at least 10 steps forward. Place the heel of your front foot directly in front of the toes of your back foot, as if walking on a tightrope. Then shift your weight forward and take the next step in the same heel-to-toe fashion. Move slowly, looking ahead, not down, and keep your arms out slightly if it helps with balance. It's perfectly fine to walk alongside a wall or counter for support until your footing feels more secure. What's powerful about this exercise is that it not only improves your physical balance, it sharpens your mental focus. Your brain must actively process each movement, each placement, and each transition. And that ongoing attention forms stronger connections in the nervous system, which helps prevent slips and missteps in everyday life. Some people think balance exercises need to be intense or dramatic to be effective, but the heel-to-toe walk proves otherwise. Its strength lies in its simplicity. The slow, steady rhythm of one foot in front of the other has been a symbol of forward progress for generations. And in this case, it becomes a literal path toward greater steadiness and strength. Over time, you'll notice more than just better posture or fewer wobbles. You'll feel taller, more centered, and more connected to the ground beneath you. And when walking across a parking lot or navigating your kitchen floor, that quiet stability will remind you of the work you've done. It's not about being perfect. It's about being prepared. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, the sit to stand without hands. One of the clearest ways to gauge your strength and balance after 70 is by observing how easily you can get up from a chair. It sounds simple, but the ability to rise from a seated position without using your hands is a strong indicator of lower body power, core control, and stability. That's why the sit-to-stand exercise done without hand support is one of the most important habits you can build to stay independent and confident in your movements. Think about how many times a day you move from sitting to standing, getting up from the couch, rising from the dinner table, leaving the car. These everyday actions depend on a combination of balance, strength, and coordination. If any one of those is weak, the risk of strain or falling increases. But with practice, this simple motion becomes not only safer, but smoother. And that smoothness is what gives you ease in your daily life. Let's take the story of Marlene, a 74-year-old woman who lived alone and had recently begun avoiding social gatherings. Not because she didn't enjoy the company, but because she dreaded having to get up from low chairs. The struggle made her feel embarrassed. But instead of resigning herself to that discomfort, she began practicing sit-to-stands at home each morning. Just 5 repetitions a day. No rush, no pressure. Within a few weeks, her legs felt stronger. Within a couple months, she noticed she could rise more easily. Not just at home, but anywhere. To do this exercise properly, begin with a sturdy chair that doesn't slide. Sit upright near the edge of the seat, feet flat on the floor and shoulder width apart. Cross your arms over your chest or hold them out in front of you. Then press your feet into the ground and stand up slowly, keeping your chest lifted and your back straight. Once fully standing, lower yourself back down with control. Avoid flopping into the seat or using momentum to rise. The goal is steady strength, not speed. You may only be able to do 2 or 3 at first, and that's perfectly fine. This exercise isn't about numbers, it's about function. And with repetition, you'll notice your muscles responding. Your thighs, glutes, and core will become more engaged. Your transitions from sitting to standing will require less effort. You'll feel more confident reaching for something across the table or standing up to greet a guest. This movement also teaches your body how to manage pressure shifts. As you rise and lower, your center of gravity changes. Practicing this helps your nervous system get used to those shifts, reducing the likelihood of dizziness or imbalance. And because it's something you're already doing each day, turning it into a conscious habit is easy to maintain. There's something empowering about reclaiming ease in small movements. It's not about dramatic workouts or trying to turn back time. It's about moving with intention, building trust in your body, and reminding yourself that strength is still within reach. Every time you rise from a chair without help, You're affirming that you're capable and that your body is still working with you, not against you. Number 4, the standing march in place. At first glance, marching in place might not seem like much, but when done with purpose, it becomes one of the most effective ways to keep your body coordinated, strong, and alert. This simple motion combines rhythm, posture, and mobility into one balanced movement, and it's especially helpful for older adults who want to stay active without straining their joints. Marching in place strengthens your hips, engages your core, and wakes up the communication between your muscles and your brain. And perhaps most importantly, it helps you maintain the upright confidence that keeps you walking with ease. As we age, our steps tend to become smaller, slower, and more cautious. That's natural. But what we don't often realize is how much those changes affect our balance. When your stride shortens and your hip movement decreases, your posture begins to shift, and that makes falls more likely. Standing marching helps reverse this process. By lifting one knee at a time and holding your balance in between, you're retraining your body to move with strength and coordination. It's a gentle but powerful way to remind your legs of the rhythm they once had. Take someone like Walter, age 79. After recovering from a knee injury, he noticed that his walk had become stiff. He didn't swing his arms anymore. He avoided uneven ground. His daughter suggested he try marching in place during the commercials while watching television. It sounded silly to him, but he gave it a try. Within 2 weeks, he noticed more energy in his stride. Within a month, he was walking with more rhythm, more fluidity, and far less hesitation. To start this movement, stand tall beside a counter or sturdy chair. Lift your right knee slowly, hold for a second, then place your foot back down and lift the left. Alternate back and forth in a gentle marching rhythm. You can keep your hands lightly resting on a surface at first, or extend them forward to help with balance. If it helps, you can count your steps or even do it to music, anything that makes the rhythm feel steady and natural. Don't worry about how high your knees go. What matters is control, not height. Over time, as your hips and thighs strengthen, you may find that your knees rise a bit higher and your posture feels more upright. That's progress. And the more consistent you are, the more natural this movement becomes, not just while marching, but while walking down the street, climbing stairs, or turning quickly when someone calls your name. This exercise also helps you stay mentally alert. Coordinated movement between the upper and lower body engages more of your brain, helping keep your reflexes sharp and your focus steady. That's one of the beautiful things about marching. It works both the body and the mind. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Final thoughts. Now that we've walked through each of these 4 simple yet powerful exercises, take a moment to reflect. What surprised you the most? Was it the effectiveness of something as basic as standing on one leg, or the gentle strength building behind marching in place? The truth is, you don't need fancy routines or long hours at the gym to regain balance. What you need is consistency, awareness, in the belief that your body can still improve, because it can. And it starts with one small step at a time. Balance isn't just about preventing falls. It's about walking with confidence, moving through the house without hesitation, picking something up off the floor without fear. It's about reclaiming freedom, freedom to move, to go where you please, to say yes to invitations without wondering if your body can keep up. These 4 exercises are not just movements. They're tools to help you trust your footing again. Don't let the simplicity fool you. Small movements create big shifts, especially when repeated daily. Think of each one as a gift to your future self. Every time you lift your leg, rise from a chair without help, or take deliberate heel-to-toe steps, you're investing in a future that feels stronger, steadier, and more secure. There's no rush, no pressure, only the steady, quiet progress that builds when you decide your health still matters and that it's never too late to make a change. These movements might not look dramatic, but the impact they have over time is profound, and you deserve to feel that strength for yourself. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.